Blackstone Audio presents The Rider of the Ruby Hills, a Western duo by Louis L'Amour. This book is read by Grover Gardner and Jim Gough.
The Sixth Shotgun by Louis L'Amour. They were hanging Leo Carver on Tuesday afternoon, and the loafers were watching the gallows go up. This was the first official hanging in the history of Canyon Gap, and the first gallows ever built in the territory. But then the citizens of the Gap were always the kind to go in for style. The boys from the ranches were coming in, and the hard-booted men from the mines, and the 9 saloons were closing up, but only for the hour of the hanging. On the street behind the palace where the cottonwoods lined the creek, Fat Marie had given 3 hours off to the girls, 1 for the hanging and 1 for mourning, and the 3rd for drinking their tears away. For Leo had been a spending man who would be missed along the street, and Leo had been a singing man with a voice as clear as a mountain echo and fresh as a long wind through the sage. And Leo was a handsome man with a gun too quick to his hand. So they were hanging Leo Carver on the gallows in Canyon Gap, and the folks were coming in from the forks of every creek. From behind the barred window, Leo watched them working. "Build it high," he yelled at them, "and build it strong, for you're hanging the best man in Canyon Gap when tomorrow comes." Old Pap, who had prospected in the Broken Hills before the first foundation was laid at the Gap, took his pipe from his mouth and spat into the dust. "He's right at that," he said, "and no lie. If the Apaches were coming over that hill right now, it's Leo Carver I'd rather have beside me than any man jack in this town." Editor Chafee nodded his head. "Nobody will deny that he's a fighting man," he agreed. "Leo was all right until civilization caught up with him." And there it was, a fit epitaph for him, if epitaph he'd have, and in their hearts not a man who heard it but agreed that what Chafee said was right. "There'll be some," old Pap added, "who feel a sigh of relief when they spring that trap. When Leo's neck is stretched and the sawbone says the dead word over him, many a man will stop sweating, you can bet on that." "Better be careful what you say," Jace Ford shifted uneasily. "It ain't healthy to be hintin'." "Not since they put Leo away it ain't," old Pap agreed. "But truth's a luxury the old can afford."
Sample complete. Ready to continue?